All right. There is one more thing I wanted to touch on before we start to wrap this up. Old friends Jack Eichel and Sam Reinhart. More specifically, Sam Reinhart. So they will both be going to the NHL All Star game. They were selected as each of their team's representatives. But Sam Reinhart had a hat trick last night, and that puts him on pace for over 50 goals this season and right around 105 points.
Thanks,
What?
Jason Botterill.
What? Wow. I mean, even as someone who loves Reinhardt, did not expect this from him.
No,
He's been unbelievable.
I mean
This isn't
he did it in his what's this his 10th season.
10th season contract year, so I guess you can be like, oh, he's elevating his play now, but
Pay that man his money. He is due for his money. This organization, time and time again, gave him the backhand bridge deal. 1 year, extend that man to the end of his career and pay him what he deserves because he's always been a good player.
I did tweet this out, but I will restate it on here. If Jason Botterill signed Sam Reinhart to his 8-year extension back in 2018, the Sabres would still have him for another 2 seasons today at probably around 5.5 to $6.5 million.
Yep.
Swing and a miss.
But we would have never gotten Levi or Kulik.
True, I
So
guess.
It's true, but
UPL would be our top goalie right now.
I think, man, I don't know though. Could you imagine a 1-2 punch of Tage Thompson and Sam Reinhart, or
That'd be
or
awesome.
even Reinhart back on the wings? It's funny that he's the exact type of player I think they're missing.
Yeah.
I, we've been saying forever they need a second Alex Tuck. There's your second Alex Tuck, man. And
Then go get him.
I know. Well, that's the thing.
Bring him back.
I don't think the Panthers are gonna have the money to give him what he wants. So if he hits the open market, I mean that's because it's tough because you don't want to give the guy 7 years. He's 29 years old, but it's tempting. It's very tempting. He's the player they need, and you probably
Contract's
have
gonna
the
be
money to get him.
insane.
Well, that's the thing. If
I
Nylander's
wouldn't
getting
do it.
11 and a half, I feel like Reinhardt, you're talking about 10 million with him.
I couldn't do that.
Let's say Sam Reinhardt wanted a 5-year contract for $10 million a year. I'm thinking hard about that.
I would consider it, but I don't think it's gonna be five. It's probably gonna be like an 8 by 10. And I think towards the end of that contract, it's gonna be a rough one. So I don't think I would do it. I'm not even sure who would want to come back to Buffalo. Like I don't think he has bad blood. I mean, he ended it good. Like, everybody saw that embedded when once he got traded. He said that he saw a bright future for us and that trusted what Kevin Adams was doing. He still had a lot of losing seasons, a lot of bad memories. Like I can't see him coming back.
The famous phone call where Adams talks to him, goes up to Terry Pagula, tells him it was Sam Reinhart, and he said he was wishing us well. And Terry just kind of like, okay.
Terry goes, who?
I don't think he has any bad blood. I feel like maybe he would consider it. It's probably not going to happen, but it'd be fun to think about.
Offer him
If
a
it's
bridge deal. 2 years, 4 million, prove it.
You know what? You can bring him up, but if you want to talk about another player that's been good since he left us, let's talk about our favorite defenseman who Christian had a jersey of, Rasmus Ristolainen. He's been
Hold
pretty good with the
everybody,
hold on.
Flyers.
Hold on.
for our folks watching us on YouTube, Christian is he's about to give us a treat. I can't believe he still has it in his closet. He's going to pull this jersey out right in front of us.
hmm
I can't believe this is consecutive seasons of him doing good. John
It's John.
Tortorella is the Ristolainen whisperer.
Gonna say that's Tortorella, baby. That's his type of player.
Man, everybody just does better when they get away from piss poor regimes. Oh, there it is.
There it is. Oh,
There's the
the old navy
Ristolainen
blue.
jersey. Oh,
What a jersey.
man, that's disgusting.
What a jersey.
That's disgusting.
It's probably the first time he's had that on in like
He had a,
what
he had a,
3 or 4
I
years
was gonna
now.
say you probably
3
had to
years.
dust that off too, right?
Big
Yeah.
Risto fan back in the day.
You had to break that back in.
First time I've put this on in years.
Can I
That's,
ask what? Can I ask when you got it and then why you got it? Was there like a cultivating moment?
I got this jersey, I want to say around 2015, 16, maybe 16, maybe 2016-ish. I got it because I played defense. He's a big I like the big defenseman, as we know from this podcast. And the goal he had against Ryan Miller when he came back to Buffalo with like 16 seconds left. I had that celebration he had as my wallpaper on my phone for years. It was so electric. So shout out 55.
I'm sure you were thinking, man, this guy's gonna win a Norris someday.
This guy is gonna bring the cup back home. But good for him.
Back
He's been
home.
doing better.
Back home.
back home. It was never home.
I'm good for him. He's been doing better. I'm glad he's thriving under Torts' system. So like, he's also had a lot of losing seasons. So I know he trains, he works really hard. So
Flipping
I'm glad he's doing
tires.
better. Flipping tires, big Viking activities back in Finland.
I don't miss him playing, but I do. I guess I do miss the big guy. I guess I miss him being around.
The big dog.
Yeah, he had some funny moments. I'll never forget him running into the boards.
That was so funny.
I'll never forget his the one post game presser where I think a reporter asked him, "How do you think he played? How do you think you played?" And he was just like, "Shit."